Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. I'm a freelance makeup artist with a passion for all things beauty. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So, today I'm going to be talking about something very exciting. I had the opportunity to pop in to the Lisa Eldridge store and I've picked up the rest of her Liquid Lurex eyeshadow collection that has just been launched in store, I think on Thursday. I know that a lot of you won't be able to get your hands on these yet until it's released online, so I thought I would give you the opportunity to see what these colours look like before you buy them. So I also picked up one of the lipsticks that I didn't pick up when I was in store, and that was Meet Me in Berlin. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put that on and then I'm also going to mix it with another colour. I don't have a major amount of detail as to colours in terms of how Lisa describes them because it hasn't been launched on her website yet. I am just going to tell you sort of my opinion of what I think the colours look like. Let's start off with the first thing, which is get the lipstick on, and then we will go through the 6 shades that she has released, which are new shades to add to the pre-existing 5 shades that she had. I did a video on this when she launched and I'll leave the link below as well so you can see her previous shades in case you didn't pick those up. I also think she's going to be restocking those previous shades as well, so I hope these 2 videos will help you to pick the colours that you like once she launches online. I'm just going to start off with Meet Me in Berlin. So this is Meet Me in Berlin, a deliciously rich tan shade which delivers to various intensities as a brown nude across all skin tones. Inspired by a shoot I worked on in East Berlin in the early noughties, there's a hint of the avant-garde and counter-couture feel to this one. So this is her luxuriously lucent lip colour, which is a sheer to semi-sheer buildable coverage lipstick with a satin finish. I'm just going to apply this now with you. This is Meet Me in Berlin. I put it on very lightly because when I was in store and I put it on quite heavy, it just looked a little bit too similar to my lips. So in order to get a beautiful kind of look to it, I've just lightly dabbed it on my lips and oh, it's a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous shade. What you can do is mix some of Lisa's lipsticks together. So what I thought I'd do was to take this colour, which is Meet Me in Berlin, and I'm going to add the colour Palazzo. And Palazzo is a lovely red colour. In order to kind of tone down the red, the brown will really work well together. So I'm going to mix those 2 together for you. Definitely has a very sort of 90s feel to it. So I've got my Palazzo and I'm just going to add that on top. And I think that's created this lovely, more sort of deeper red. It's just going to give a little bit of colour to that kind of brownness that we saw earlier on. I still love that. This is another way to wear it. So this is Meet Me in Berlin and on top of it is Palazzo. So I have picked up all of the 6 shades and I will go in a bit closer so you can see how these look. So these are the 6 shades. They are all absolutely gorgeous. If you follow my Instagram, which is at Amra's Beauty Blog, you will have seen that I put up some swatches that I did in store. I'll also do some swatches with you today, but these are the colours. So we have the colour Emily. So we have the colour Daphne. We have the colour Maya. We have the colour Anais. We have the colour Iris. And finally, we have the colour Zora. So you can see from those colours that there are some lighter colours and some darker colours. I remember watching Lisa's video after she launched her first collection of these Lurex eyeshadows, and she used some of the darker colours to kind of, I suppose, mix with the lighter ones to get depth and to use them together as liners as well. I'm gonna try and do different things with these as much as I can, but at the same time I know a lot of you want to see how it looks just straight on the eyes. What I might do for each one is I might just show you how it looks on the eyes, and then we can kind of explore mixing and matching them. So let's go with the lightest to the darkest. So I thought we could start with the lighter one, which is Emily. These have a doe foot, so I'm just going to pull that up and you can see the doe foot, and you can use that to apply straight onto your eye, or you can put it on the back of your hand. I'm going to put it straight onto my eye, and then I'm going to use my finger for one eye and I'm going to use a brush for the other. There is a leeway time of about a minute, so it's best to work as fast as you can, because when it sets, it sets. So this is Emily, and that's using my finger, and that is using a brush. So this is Emily. I just wanted to do a swatch for you of it because Emily is kind of like a cool toned antique gold. It's really interesting, but it's not like yellow gold, if that makes sense. More of a kind of on the grey side. It's a really lovely, lovely colour. You could always use it as a highlight on the inner corner as well, I think. So this is Emily. So the next colour that we're going to look at is Daphne. So this is Daphne. So this is Daphne. So this is a arm swatch of Daphne. Daphne has sort of elements of green in there. It almost has a kind of movement where you move it and it kind of goes a little bit yellow as well. It's really, really gorgeous. The shift is really pretty. So we're now moving on to a colour. When I swatched this in store, this was one of my favourites. So this is called Maya, and I believe this is named after Maya Angelou. I think the one before that, Emily, was named after Emily Bronte. So this one is Maya. Oh, I like this colour. It's gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of Hourglass and their eyeshadows that they do, the scattered light ones. This colour is stunning. Wow. Oh, this is my favourite out of the lot so far. I love them, but this is like my sort of go-to colour, and it really suits my skin tone. This is Maya. So here is a arm swatch of Maya, and isn't that gorgeous? It's kind of like a peachy colour but with pink, and it's just, I'd say like a bit like a burnished red but with elements of pink. It is such a gorgeous shade and really complements warmer complexions for sure, definitely. The next colour we're going to do is Anais, and let's see how this looks. So this is the colour Anais. So this is the colour Anais. So this is the arm swatch for Anais. This definitely looks a little bit more on the cooler side, also a green but more of a kind of darker green. So I'd say it's definitely a little bit like the sister of the colour Daphne that I did earlier. So if you want a little bit more depth compared to Daphne, then I would go with Anais. So we are now moving on to the two last shades, which are darker, and this one is the one that I swatched in store that I was also really keen on. So this one is called Zora. You'll see why I really like this one. So this is Zora, and oh my god, it's such a gorgeous shade. It reminds me a little bit of Lisa's previous launch when she did a colour called Liza, which totally blew me away because I wasn't expecting that colour to have that kind of impact, and this is doing exactly the same thing with this colour. I'll do a swatch for you shortly and I'll describe how I think it looks, but it is stunning, especially on warmer skin tones. I think this is going to look gorgeous, even on cooler skin tones actually, because it's kind of like that smoky eye look, but it's got that chocolatey depth. It's gorgeous. This is the arm swatch for Zora, and oh my god, it's just this gorgeous rich brown colour, like chocolate I would say, and it's got sort of that lovely shift in it. It's stunning. Definitely one of my favourites. It's very exciting. We're now on to the final shade. So this is the colour Iris. So let's see how this looks. So this is Iris, and ooh, this might be also one of my favourite colours. So this is the swatch of Lisa's Iris colour, and this is beautiful. I've actually fallen in love with this colour now. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel but actually trying it on my eyes, I do really love this colour. I love purples, as you all know, but this is gorgeous. I think it would look really good as a liner as well as a colour under the eyes. So these are the arm swatches for Lisa's new Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. We start off with Emily, Daphne, Maya, Anais, Zora and Iris. So I thought we could just have a little bit of fun with some of these colours that Lisa has launched. With these two colours, which is Zora and Iris, I think these will make really good liner colours. So I thought we could just do a straightforward liner on my eye. So I'm going to do Zora on one side and Iris on the other. So you can totally play. I mean, I've got Zora on this side and I've got Iris on this side, but you know, you can just use that as a liner above the line or below the eye, whatever works for you. But these colours are just really nice because they are subtle, but they're darker in tone. You can use them for either eyeshadow or eyeliner. I'm going to take the colour Anais and I'm just going to put that on the inner part of my eye. I'm going to use Maya on the outer part. I'm going to try Emily as a highlighter shade on the inner corner. Let's take Anais. And then I'm just going to add Maya on the outside. And then I'm going to add Emily on the inner corner. That's just another look. I'm going to try a different look with the other side, but I just wanted to show you that just so you can see it's another way of just playing. You could even take Emily and Zora because they're kind of in a similar family. I'll just put Emily on the inner part of my eye. And then on the outer part, I'm going to add Zora. And all it's doing is just adding a little bit of depth to the outer V. You can kind of play around. So that is the entire Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. These are her new 6 shades that I wanted to get out to you before she launched online because I think it will give you an idea of what colours will look nice on someone of a similar skin tone. Like myself, you can make that decision. Lisa, I know, is going to be doing her own videos, so I haven't gone into a lot of detail in regards to the shade and why she selected the shade. I'm going to leave that to Lisa. This is her brand and I'm here to just enjoy and show you guys how it looks on my skin. Overall, I think these are beautiful. I actually prefer some of the shades in this one to the previous one because they're a little bit more interesting. Not that the others weren't, but they're a little bit more workable. Actually, I think I can even probably mix and match these shades with previous shades as well. I have some favourites. I like Maya, I like Zora, and I like Iris. I think those are my favourites. Although the others are beautiful as well, I think those complement my skin tone most. However, I do love the whole collection because I can play around and come up with different combinations for my eyes and use them in conjunction with Lisa's lipsticks that she just launched. So I'm also going to put below my review of Lisa's lipsticks. As you saw in this video, I did apply Meet Me in Berlin, which wasn't in my previous video, so I hope that's helped because that's everything now, all her lipsticks that you'll be able to see on my skin tone. Please let me know your thoughts. I have really enjoyed filming this. I always enjoy filming Lisa's videos. I find it very calming and very relaxing, and I hope that this has helped you to make your decision as to what to choose once Lisa's Liquid Lurex eyeshadows go live and you can purchase them online. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.